In the course of your work, you refer a lot to the Toltecs, which is a culture or a group of, or a way of thinking which is rarely spoken of. A lot of people might not have heard of them.
Yeah, people may not have heard of the term Toltec, but they may often have heard of some of the Toltec proponents that people have put forward the work. So first of all, there's confusion with Toltequity because there's two aspects of it. One aspect is a culture, which is, I think they were around the time of the Olmecs or after the Olmecs in Central America. So there's a Toltec civilization in that respect, but that's not who I'm referring to. I'm referring to a body of knowledge, a body of experiential knowledge that was never committed to writing until the time of Carlos Castaneda. So Carlos Castaneda was the first time a lot of people heard of Toltequity, and some people who may not have heard of the Toltecs will have heard of Carlos Castaneda. And his work got great reverence and respect when it first appeared, and then went through the rinsing and wash cycle of the 80s, 90s and 21st century, where there's lots of conspiracies about how, there's all the story and Don Juan wasn't real and all the rest of it. And my living experience of having worked with that body of knowledge is that it's irrelevant what anybody's saying. For anybody who wants to apply themselves to the practices, there are great fruits to be yielded. And it is about a body of knowledge that was not kept secret, but nurtured and maintained in quietude for many, many centuries. Many millennia even would be alluded to, all over the world. So while Carlos Castaneda wrote about a branch of Toltequity, that was only a branch, and there are others. And what's great, and what I think validates his work, is that a South African seer named Tayun Maris also started to write about Toltequity, and he was a directly educated seer, who I think not only justified the work of Carlos Castaneda, but also clarified it, because Tayun Maris' work was like having the seer himself writing it rather than the pupil writing it. So there's great technical detail in the works of Tayun Maris that Castaneda doesn't have, that I think between the two of them give a great insight into what I think is the sharpest and the, I don't like to use the word purist, but certainly the sharpest and the clearest system of energetic and awareness development for humans. It's certainly the best I've come across. And actually I'll just validate why I'm saying that, and it's because every other system I'm aware of, every other system of spiritual and personal development, all relies on personified archetypes. Every one of them relies on an archetype for dealing with the infinite, the eternal and the everlasting. It relies on personification of a universe that is not a human being. So every one of them, even all our religions, they all personify something which is not a person. Okay, the universe is not a person. There's no personality in the sun. There's no personality in the wind and the oceans and things like that. And Toltequity is brutally honest and beautifully so about dealing with the abstractions of the universe directly. It's like, give it to me as it is, without any of this namby-pamby intermediary. I want to be able to deal directly with the forces of the universe, and that is what Toltequity is about for me.